Should you fix or buy a new O3 camera module if you break it or scratch it? And we're gonna talk about it today. And I came up with 5 points why it might be better to just buy a new one rather to fix it. This is my Quad-Muller F3, which I fly with a DJI O3 Air unit. And this is my first freestyle FPV quad, and I've been flying for about 1 month. After flying DJI FPV for 7 months, but as a newbie, I end up crashing that guy every day, man. Every time I go out, I crash it. And it's not recommended to do it because this is expensive to put together. And it gives me a lot of pain and sorrow. But anyway, that's a pain of learning, and I'm okay with it. So what happened? I end up crashing in trees, in branches, in skateboard ramps, what else? Goalposts, soccer goalposts. I crashed in a wall. So I end up like beating that guy up. And finally, the camera gave up. It was so scratched up that the image was so blurry, and I lost total focus. I could not, I think the thread on it got loose, and I just could not get focus. It's like every time I would fly, the lens would move around and I would lose focus. So I decided to send it back to DJI for repair. And in the meantime, I bought this guy, and it costed me $155 Canadian dollars to be exact, or about 90 US dollars. And I decided to protect it with an ND filter because even though I'm crashing less now, I'm still crashing, but that's an expensive mistake and I don't want this to happen again. So I'm protecting my new lens, my new camera. But yesterday, so remember, I paid $155 for this new O3 camera module. Yesterday, DJI sent me a quote to fix my original camera module, and it was 220 Canadian dollars. So I was a bit confused. It makes no sense to me. And I'm wondering, why do we even bother using DJI to repair your camera if you can get a new one for cheaper? And then I was wondering, why can't DJI sell you a lens for $65 if they have them in stock? Why can't they just send them to you or to us, FPV pilot, and we can just remove the scratch lens, put the new one, which is very simple. It's only like 4 screws on each side, and then you have 4 screws on the inside to remove the board, and you have access to your lens. But they won't do it. They don't want to sell you the lens. So I understand it's a little bit of a money maker for them. They know they can make money that way, but I feel like they're already so rich and they're already like so big, they could just sell us customers lenses for the O3. So I was a little bit upset. So I decided to make a video about it, and here I came up with 5 reasons why it's better to buy a brand new product rather than fixing your old one. So number 1, like I was talking about the cost. In some instance, like this one, repairing a product is more expensive than buying a new one. If the repair cost exceeds the value of the brand new item, it makes more sense to buy a new one, obviously. Reason number 2, warranty. If you buy a new product, it typically comes with a warranty, which means that if something goes wrong with it, it will most be likely be replaced. And DJI is usually pretty good with this. With my DJI FPV, they even send me new drone when I send it for repair. But if you fix your old product, the warranty might be like over, it might be cancelled. So in this case, again, it's best to buy a new product. Reason number 3, and this one I'm not really sure, but I decided to put it in the video anyway. Technology advances. Technology is advancing at a rapid pace, and newer products are often more efficient, have better features, and are easier to use than older products. So buying a new product can provide access to this advancement and new features, but in DJI case, it's usually very simple to get the new upgrade and the new features. But Like in this case, with an O3 unit, if you're in the States, you might not want to upgrade to the latest version because then you might have to use, or you will have to use, like a remote ID. In Canada, we don't have this, but in some countries, like the US, you might decide not to upgrade. Number 4, time. Repairing a product can take time, especially if the part needed to fix it is not available right away. In contrast, like in my case, buying a new product means you can start using it right away and fix it right away. I was up in the air in like a couple days. I got the shop to send it to me with pure letter, and it arrived in 2 days. So sending your product here in Canada to DJI has to go to California. That's a week, then being repaired. That's another few days, 3 days maybe, and then needs to be sent back to Canada. We're talking about 15 days. So it might be faster to buy the new product. And then number 5, resale value. And in this case, I don't think I would resell my O3 or my drone because this is my, I love it, I built it, it's the first drone I put together, so it's a little bit sentimental as well. But if you plan on selling the product in the future, it's important to consider its resale value. A newer product with updated features and a warranty will likely sell at a higher price than an older product which has been repaired and has no warranty. So ultimately, I think it's better for the O3 unit to buy a new camera than sending your camera for repair and giving DJI more money than they need to have. And again, I make a case that DJI should really sell us pilot new lenses so we can repair it ourselves if we decide to do so. If you have any comments, if you agree with me, post it down below in the comments. Give me the thumbs up if you like it, and if you love it, subscribe, and I will see you next time.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want.
Gas in the back of the sled, never leave, she's so bad. She made the brag, set the gas in the back of the sled, never leave, she's so bad. She made the brag, set the gas in the back of the sled, never leave, she's so bad. She made the brag, set the gas in the back of the sled, never leave, she's so bad. She made the brag,
I'm inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you go disperse. You never did shit, I know it hurts. Something deep inside